Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitabugHandmaids.com, and thank you so much for joining me today for another Stampin' Up! Tutorial. So for today's project, I'm featuring the Lovely Words bundle. I absolutely love this bundle in the new catalog. I love these large fonts, and I really love these two images in particular. I'm not really sure what they're supposed to be, but they stamp beautifully. I absolutely love them. And then this stamp set also features some really great add-on sentiments. So this is the Lovely Inside and Out stamp set. And then you have these really cool framelets that can be bundled with the stamp set. And when you purchase the bundle, you save 10%. So you can pick this bundle up in my online Stampin' Up! Store. And I'm going to show you, today we're actually going to feature the Hugs Thinlet in today's project. And I'm going to show you a way that you can cut this out and get a really cool look on your project. So here's the project that we're going to make today. So this is actually my June team make and take for my team of Quitabug stampers. So each month I design a project and I create a make and take kit for my team members. So this is the project that I created for the June team make and take, and I demonstrated this project live on our team Facebook page last week at our team meeting. And so then each one of my team members was sent over the weekend. I shipped these out to them, so they should be receiving them soon, a make and take kit to recreate the project. So it's just something really fun that I like to do with them, and it gives us the opportunity to stamp virtually, which is just really fun, and we really enjoy doing this each month. So I want to show you just how easy it is to get this Hugs framelit cut out, just like I have here. Here on this project I used the gold foil to create the little Hugs piece on the front, but after I created all of the team make and takes, I ran out of gold foil. So for the one that I'm going to demonstrate today in the video, I actually used the gold glimmer paper, which I think is going to work just fine. It'll just be a little extra sparkly. All right, so I've got my big shot here, and I just want to show you a couple of different ways that you can use these framelit dies. So first I'm going to take the Hugs die here, and I'm just going to run it through just like this on this piece of Peekaboo Peach cardstock. I'm just going to put that in the center on a cutting plate, put another cutting plate on top. I'm just going to run this through. All right, so I've run that through just the die itself on a piece of Peekaboo Peach cardstock, and then here's what we have. If you run the die through just by itself, this is what you get, which is kind of cool. You just get this little window, and then you have the word Hugs going across. But let me show you something else. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with another piece of Peekaboo Peach cardstock. I'm going to put my Hugs die down again, but now I'm going to take one of our layering circles, and this just nestles right around that Hugs framelit, or thinlet, excuse me, and then I'm going to put my cutting plate on top, and I'm going to run this through. All right, so once you run that through with this layering circle, here's what you get from that. So again, you've got these two little pieces, okay, that you can put together like that, okay, which is really cool. But then you've also got this piece, which is what I did for our make and take. Let me see if I can get this little piece out of there. Okay, so then you've got this thin little circle around the outside, and then you've got the Hugs in the center. So pretty cool. You can kind of get three different looks here with these framelits. So I just wanted to lay those three pieces out so you can see the different looks we were able to create using that same thinlet, just changing it up just a bit, and you create three completely different looks. So I think it's pretty cool. I'd love to try these two on a project and see what I come up with, because I really like the look of both of those as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get my pieces out here. And we're going to start by doing our stamping. So we're going to need first this piece of Whisper White, and this is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So I've got my Stampin' Up! Grid mat here behind me, because we're going to be stamping off of the paper a little bit, and we're going to stamp the background in Peekaboo Peach and Berry Burst. So we're basically going to create our own background paper. Now I am going to start with my Peekaboo Peach. I am not very good at random stamping. I was sharing this with my team at our live team meeting. I'm really not that good at it. I actually always come up with a pattern. I can't stamp randomly. So this is gonna end up having a pattern to it, but it'll be such a beautiful background, and I love how it turned out. So I'm just going to start by stamping this image right side up in Peekaboo Peach. I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to turn it upside down and stamp again. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go at a diagonal, rotating this image around all the way into this bottom right hand corner. Okay, so this is what we have so far. I love how that looks. So I'm going to go ahead, I've got my Stampin' Scrub right here. I'm just going to clean this off. Okay, so now I'm going to set that Peekaboo Peach to the side. I'm going to open up my Berry Burst, and I'm going to do the same thing. So let me ink this up. I've got it upside down right now. I'm going to turn it right side up, and I'm going to stamp at a diagonal above my Peekaboo Peach. Again, I'm just rotating the stamp, and this just creates another element of interest. So much fun to stamp your own background. Love it. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to go beneath the Peekaboo Peach. Let's see. Okay, just like that. So now I'm going to clean my stamp. All right, so now we go back to the Peekaboo Peach. So ink this up. Let's see. Now I'm gonna go same thing, but above the Berry Burst. Okay, and now below, let's see. Back to the Berry Burst, and let's just ink that up. Get a little right there. Okay, ink it up and get a tiny bit right there. Okay. All right, so I am going to go ahead and bring in my envelope because I have to stamp my envelope. So I'm just going to ink this up. Just going to put one of those there. Put one here, Peekaboo Peach, and then we'll just throw a Berry Burst in the center. There we go. That's all the stamping. Okay, so I've got the rest of my pieces here. So for our card base, we've got a piece of Peekaboo Peach cardstock, and this is cut at 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and I have scored it at 4 1/4. And I'm gonna go ahead and add my hand stamped background on, and I'll just use my fast fuse to do that. Okay. Now I'm going to take this piece of designer series paper. This is actually from the Pick a Pattern designer series paper. I've got my, what do you call this? Banner triple punch here. I'm just going to banner the ends. And I'll have all of the measurements for this project over on today's coordinating blog post, so you can get all of those over there. So now I've got 2 scalloped circles here, and what I'm going to do is add this little banner piece across the center of this scallop. So I'm just going to put a little bit of fast fuse on there, and I just want to center that up. Make sure it's centered before I press it down. There we go. Okay, and then this piece will eventually go on here, but what I'm going to do is flip this piece over. Now I'm going to come in with some dimensionals and just put a few here on the back, one more in the center. Okay, and then we'll just pop this on in the middle of the card. Oh, right about, let's see, Right about there looks good. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add this little die cut layer. We're gonna add that right on top of this scallop circle. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my Tombow Mono liquid glue. You could use your fine tip glue, it's up to you. So I'm just gonna add a little bit on here. Not too heavy with the glue though, because you don't want it to squish out. Center that up on my scallop. Press very lightly because I don't want that glue squishing out. I'm actually gonna just flip it over. Press on there. All right, and while that's flipped over, I'm gonna go ahead and add dimensionals on the back of this layer as well. 4 should be good. Okay, there we go. Pick that up, and then we're just going to center this right on top. Okay, and that finishes up this quick and easy card. I have to say, let me find it. I have to say I do think I prefer it with the gold foil versus the gold glimmer. I think I like the foil better, but I still think both turned out nice. But if I hadn't run out of gold foil, I would have definitely used the foil instead. I think I like that better. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. Remember, you can purchase any of the Stampin' Up! Supplies that you saw me use today by visiting my online Stampin' Up! Store. I've got it linked just below this video in the description notes. I've also got all of the supplies and measurements over on today's coordinating blog post, which is also linked just below the video in the description notes. So thanks again for joining me today, you guys, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Bye now.